looks like a fuzzy TV set, doesn't it? But if we back up a little bit, turns out it's the goose.
In all his glory.
The death of Apathy was a totally different experience than recording If Tomorrow Was the End.
We were going to record it at Bobby Peru studio, which was in Milwaukee.
I was actually finishing up some stuff for school so I could graduate. And York had some stuff going on as well. And if I remember, Pat, Ben, and Russ went up there around Thanksgiving or so of, I guess it was 2003.
We were staying with John Spomer, who is kind of, I guess he was kind of like manager in training.
John Voldemort Spomer.
Not really. So, liquid speed in this. Okay. It's called Thermo EFS 25. Right. It's an energy booster, a Fedra free. Get your heart going. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Tastes like Gatorade.
We get to Milwaukee, and I had never experienced a winter like that before. It was so fucking cold.
Spomer was eating Thanksgiving dinner with his family, who was in Carbondale. We call him, and he's like, dude, I'm like 3 hours away. He's like, so you guys are going to have to fucking chill.
Everyone was like, just, all right, well, the three of us, we'll just take a nap until he gets here. And finally, hey, quit jerking each other off.
And we went inside this really shitty apartment. It's fucking tiny.
This is Spomer's apartment. It's the classiest place I've ever been in.
It kind of sucks.
We had all of our stuff set up, and we had air mattresses. The air mattresses pretty much took up the entire living room. And right next to that was like the kitchen nook. You guys gonna have to excuse me. I'm gonna go to the kitchen real quick.
That guy's tiny piece of shit apartment. I mean, I've probably never laughed harder in my life.
Hey, Spomer told us when we first got here, one of his little rules was that we could never ever go in his room. What time is it now?
8:30.
We got 30 minutes till he gets home.
That old saying about, you know, how antibiotics in South America is like shit on a cracker. And for some reason, every time I saw Spomer's room, it kind of made me think of that saying about shit on a cracker.
His bed was a partially deflated air mattress with one really gross blanket on it, and all of his clothes were just kind of piled up on top of what he called a dresser, but was really a nightstand.
His room was awful. Yeah, this is awesome. This is the big secret that we couldn't come in here for.
I mean, this guy was out of control, dude. Like, I mean, just, you know, the guy that you'd see at the bar, something that has the really sketchy tattoos, and he's kind of chubby.
If you can imagine this, he's a cross between Jim Brewer and Bam Margera.
I'm a fucking handsome ass motherfucker, dude. And, you know, you're taking me back to a time when I was an ugly, ugly fucking piece of shit.
What are we doing, Spomer?
I'm fucking rolling down Extreme Street, bitch.
I got a new stereo installed in the Gator, and the guy who installed it had some really shitty hat that he would always wore, and it said Extreme Street. And he must have left it in the van, so by the time we got to Milwaukee, Spomer armed onto it on one of our little excursions, and the phrase of the day was cruising down Extreme Street.
That was one of the most hilarious catchphrases I think that we came up with on that trip.
Extreme Street, it's a place you go when, like, you know, Extreme Street is like Never Neverland, but doing awesome shit on a street. It's like driving a Lamborghini off a ramp through flaming hoops.
We're on our way.
Fucking Daewoo, but he had like fucking anywhere in the Daewoo.
There's the corner store.
It's like, I don't think you really want to let people know you have the shittiest car on the planet. Daewoo was like synonymous with
Hey Ben, how you feeling today? Pretty good.
Not playing a few days before I got into the studio, it made me kind of antsy, and I remember going in there and finally setting everything up and getting comfortable, and relief is just washing over me, and then I just want to flip out and just go off and just play for like ever, because we were trapped in Spomer's, you know, really nice apartment.
8 count. That's not gonna work.
It's slow, man. It's not as fast as it was before. It was a huge goal of mine to do that record to a click, and it didn't happen because me and him sort of didn't see face to face, you know.
Spomer's so pissed. Fucking Extreme Street, bro.
Did you have fun today?
Yeah.
That's good.
Sat in a hot room smelling Ben's farts.
Do your impression of Ben for everybody.
Dude, for real, like I was totally playing doctor when I was like 12. For real. Left with no choice. There is no wrong to life to do. I will never.
It was, you know, one of those things where I could just be with my best friends and just really focus on, you know, one of my favorite things to do, just make a record, make an awesome album.